First, I want to talk about the look. You're famous for the suit. You tuned it up this year. Give me an idea of the look this year.
So yeah, we went a little bit business cash, right? We got some Fox jeans going, sneakers, nice button-up shirt with some sponsors. You know, years past, I didn't really have any sponsors, but I think this would look kind of cool. And a little sport coat.
You talked about you're hoping that this is a story with Suzuki. You have great heritage with the brand. You're worried about yourself, but I think you're hoping if you have a good year that maybe this is a good thing for the brand.
I think, let's put it this way. I think with the decision that I've made, right, and with everything coming out, I just think it could make a super cool story if we can do what I think we can do. Hi, baby. And we can put him back on the map, and I just think there could be some cool stuff in store. So I'm like really excited to get the season going, and I'm going to do this low pressure. We know this first race, it's always such a, hype race and whatnot, but I've done some off-season races, so for me right now, this is kind of just another round. So wherever we stack out, we got some work to do. I want to be engaged and go from there and try to reestablish myself and the brand as well.
But you've won the opener 4 times. Is there something about the opener that works for you? Even last year, you weren't feeling good and you still won.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't really know why that is, but obviously you guys know it is definitely not a necessity to win the first round to be able to get a championship. So,
how difficult is this stage of life right here? You're trying to handle all this.
Well, luckily, first off, I have a good wife, so she takes care of a lot of stuff. Though I really enjoy being a dad, though, right? Like I wanna struggle as well, right? Like that's kind of just part of it. But it's a cool stage. He's 2 years and almost 4 months, and everything I tell him, no, he does it on purpose, of course. But overall, like he loves his little balance bike right now, and I'm like hanging out with my little buddy, right? Like we go to the skate park together, and this is exactly what I've always, I guess, imagined having a child, right? So he's coming to a really cool stage. Is it tough at times? Absolutely. But nonetheless, like I wouldn't want to miss it.
And last thing, everyone is expecting you hopped on the Suzuki and it was just like old times, but you're pretty clear that it's different than what you used to race.
Yeah, first off, I'm on a completely different suspension company, right? And then having said that, I have 0 factory parts on my bike. And you know what the funny part is? So my mechanic now, Travis Souls, he's the one that actually built my championship bike that I have in my shop in Florida. And I always just thought it was a bike, whatever. And once he was at my house, he explained some parts and like the stuff that they made and things that were on there.
On your old bike?
On my old 2016 bike. And I'm like, you're kidding me. I basically never looked at the bike the same. Like it's super sick. They made parts and I don't know. It's just really rad. But I think by no means does that feel like that bike.
Right. But it doesn't matter. You still feel good enough to get it done because you didn't have to take this deal. You liked the bike enough to do it.
Yeah, there was something about it that, like I said, made my heart smile, and I really loved Yariv. I loved working with them, but I also explained to them that, hey, my goal this off-season was to venture out, and I kind of want to chase after that because I've been with Honda for many, many, many years, and by many, many, I mean like 6, so it's not many, 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 but enough to where I was like, hey, I'm kind of ready for whether that was the right move or not, and whether I was better or not, fast or not, I didn't care about that. But there was something about it that I wanted to pursue this option, and that's what I did. So now we will see where we are, and I've pretty much almost ridden the same bike the whole time. We haven't done too much testing, and of course now, like we were a little bit of a time crunch, right? And then the weather now was difficult to really work with. So I'm just excited to get it going tomorrow and see where we're at. Like hardly ever do you show up at the first round, everything's perfect, and you just leave it, right? So we'll see.
Year 2, is it going to be better year 2?
Year 2 is definitely going to be better. Last year it was a little tough, got sick quite a few times in off season, and then, I didn't really gel with the bike too well, and then I broke my wrist. So obviously it's going to be better than last year. I'm hoping for race wins, top 5s, podiums all the time. So yeah, my confidence is there, so I believe I can do it.
Now, your teammate Cooper has talked a lot about him pushing the team. Did that result in stuff that you get to take advantage of, the changes that he's asking for? Did that help you?
Yeah, I believe so. Definitely in outdoors for sure. And then in Supercross, me and Coop have quite different likes of stuff, but some of the stuff that he tried and he approved, really, really are working. So, yeah, I got to give a shout out to him for some stuff.
What I like is everybody gets nervous. Anaheim won, but you said you don't feel that pressure this season. You're not worried. You're just going to have fun.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the hype, but I was just not talking to myself, but that made me seem weird. But I was just thinking, like, I've been doing this for 7, almost 8 years now, and why would I really be nervous, to come race a bunch of my friends that I've been racing for, who knows how long. And no, it's definitely, A1's definitely got a different feel to it, but I think if I can remain calm as much as I can, I'll do the best that I have done. So I'm trying to do that.
You have a 450 motocross title, but Supercross, I'm sure, has not gone the way you want. Haven't gotten a win yet. Do you feel like you have something to prove this year and motivation to prove you can do it indoors too?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I have to prove to anyone, but I just want to do good for me first, for the team and all the people that support me. But yeah, for sure, Supercross, I wanna win. I wanna get this first win one day, and if I can be a challenger for the championship, same. But yeah, it's Supercross. It's gnarly and it's a very tough competition. But obviously, for me, I feel like that new bike opened my eyes. Like I kind of, when I step on this new bike, right away I feel like the last 2 years been a struggle for me, more because I never really feel good on this bike in Supercross. So big step up from Yamaha, and for me, like I feel way better on this bike, and I'm really happy. And it was a good winter, my best winter so far in 450 class, because I was just able to ride and have my mind focused on training and be better instead of focus on what can I do to fix the bike, So yeah, that was a good winter, and we see where we are tomorrow. It's never easy to really feel where you are at A1,
But I think everybody's a little nervous and has pressure at Anaheim 1, but I feel like that stuff doesn't probably affect you, I think, as much as other riders. Do you worry about nerves, hype, all that stuff, maybe compared to other riders?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. It's difficult to say. I'm going to put my helmet tomorrow and do the best I can, and we see after that.
So even though it's a new bike, there's been less changes and chasing, even compared to the old bike. That's how comfortable you've been on this?
Yeah, for sure. It was more fine tuning. Like the last 2 years was like big change on very big stuff on the bike. Like basically rebuild the Yamaha bike. And this year I felt like it was more fine tuning. Just trying something more stiff or more soft, whatever, and just small stuff. So for us as a rider, when you feel already good and you just a small change on the bike, it's very easy to say it's either better or not. When you change like the whole bike, like it's tough. So it was very very much easier this winter.
And what does this do better? What did you feel? Eli mentioned the weight. What do you feel is better for Supercross?
So to me, the weight's not that much of a change. Like I never really feel it was less weight, more the balance of the bike, the balance in a rhythm, in the transition, and in the whoops is just so much better to me. And also the engine, I feel like they did less power on this engine, but better power, like more smooth and better control power. So that's what I was looking for in Supercross. To me, the bike was too powerful. So that bike just fit me better.
Adam, what was fun to hear is that you just like being surrounded by it. Like, you don't take for granted, I'm in this environment and this is what I love to do.
Well, that's what I realized this past time, this past year for sure. Even coming to, I think I went to Minneapolis, I did some announcing there, and I went to Salt Lake as well. And just being around and talking to everybody, it's like you kind of have this view of the sport, like it's almost like a judgmental view. Like, think about it for me since I was a little kid. It's like anytime I'm at a track, it's like I'm getting judged on how I'm riding or how I'm doing. And so you kind of create this negative picture of it's like this little ball of stress where, as much as I love riding, it's like this little ball of stress. And then you realize, like, you, Tom, like all these guys, these are the people that I've grown up around. I mean, these are my colleagues, and that's where I feel the most comfortable and I enjoy it. So I think it's kind of, that was just like a little perspective shift this time being away that it's kind of just has me more like opportunistic, like stoked to be here.
How are you feeling on the bike? Hey, last year you came in with a shoulder problem. We weren't even sure you could do 20 laps. So at least compared to that, it's better.
Yeah, no, I feel really good. I feel really good. When I first got back on the bike, I'm not gonna lie, my hand wasn't feeling good, and we did this carpal tunnel surgery, and it's felt good since. It hasn't been perfect. There's been days and times and certain tracks, sometimes where it's not the best, but if I can't stress this enough. If I didn't feel that I could perform and perform well into my ability, like I'm not here because I feel like I have to be or I need to be. I'm here because what I want to be, and I feel I can accomplish my goals. So I'm not here to ride around. I feel solid. I feel good about our work. I know I've done everything I can do, and the team has done the same. So I'm excited.
So you made progress with this hand nerve situation. You definitely made progress.
Absolutely, yeah, a lot of progress from when you've seen me last.
Okay. And then, do you even have expectations, or you're like, hey man, I haven't even raced in a while. Something good out there.
Well, it's kind of the same thing. It's almost like 2020 all over again, really. So you're not going. I can't come here and be like, because I can go super fast. I can't be like, I'm going to go out there and set the world on fire and beat all these guys that have been doing it the last couple of years. I've barely raced. I don't know how many races I've done as a professional on a 450, but it's not a lot. And so I need to lay some type of foundation down. I have to get some momentum on my side. This cannot be my goal to win Anaheim 1. It cannot do it. And I finally feel like I'm in the headspace where I can do that. I can be patient. It's all about just focusing on my process and doing it and not having too high of expectations. And my expectations for myself are the lowest they've ever been in my head, which is a great sign of growth.
Okay.
Great sign.
The lower expectations is a positive.
Oh, man. You have no idea.